Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Silicon Zeros, as my throat voice goes and cracks and goes out and all those things. Silicon Zeros, totally not the name of an accordion and tuba chiptune band. No, my friends, it is a puzzle game revolving around programming. Oh my God, you say, Memory, you never play these games. Yes, I know I play all these games, but I do it because I love them. I've been playing a little bit off camera here, but it is by Pleasing Funkus Games. It is currently fully released at $13.49 at 10% off. Normally, I believe it is $14.99. If I did my math correctly, which I probably didn't, but it might maybe $13.99, but whatever. It's fully released as of September the 18th. It is a programming puzzle game, and as I said, I was playing a little bit off camera. I'm going to start a brand new profile. You see, I just gotten through 6. I want to start over again from the beginning so you can see everything as it goes through. So let us begin, shall we? Yeah, reset. Profile 2 and play. In the 60s, in the heart of California's Santa Clara Valley. One day they'll call this Silicon Valley and it'll shake the world. But right now it's just us. Straight out of school in Compton, I wasn't having a lot of luck finding work. When Laszlo offered me a job at his new company, I jumped at it. I still have no idea what to expect, but it's time to get started. Oh, I know what you can expect. 36-hour work days. Yeah, salaried. Never have a weekend to yourself ever again. Yeah. Oh, and bro culture. Forgot about that too. We are talking Silicon Valley here. Anyway, Dana, good to see you. I am excited to get to work. Our new ZeroCom is the company I have dreamed of since I was still in the old country. The others are not here yet, but let us see what we can do on our own. To start, why not check to make sure our adder modules are working? Connect the modules so that the adder's output is 2. Okay. I will do these things. 1 and 1 equals 2. Good, a promising start for our work. I know you're new, but I have great confidence. When you took my personality tests, I detected an astonishingly high mental temperature. What the frig is a mental temperature? Your midichlorians were off the scale. A mind well above the ordinary kind. I will give you all the time you need for that spark to fully light, and when it does, Dana, you will be a beacon for us to follow. Right. And here is the first series of puzzles, my friends. So let's start with multi-wiring. Now that we have seen a single adder module work correctly, let us wire them together in sequence. Connect modules so that adder outputs 3. I know I've not fully explained what we're doing here, Dana, but the time is not yet right for my great dream to be revealed in full. Till then, you must trust me and my bank account, for I am Bill Gates, and you will bow to me. I'm sorry. Let's just make an operating system, huh? All right, output 3 it is. Very good. I can see our spark starting to light, Dana. I think I hear Carolyn's Impala outside. She arrived even before you, but left to find supplies. Her work ethic is incredible. Read that as we pay her in stocks rather than actual money. Stocks that we don't actually have yet. Let us see what she has scrounged up. Placing. Hello, Dana. I am Carol. Laszlo hired me to run the module fabricator. The bad news is that we ain't got a fab yet, but the good news is that I've got a lot of experience in jerry-rigging hardware. First, test out these adder modules. Place and connect modules so an adder outputs 4. Don't worry about running out. I ain't expecting any part shortages for now. Tee. Okay, so output 4, you say. All right. We will grab the adder module. And we will get 2 there, and then we will grab the adder module. And we will go, whoops, hang on. 2 plus the 1 is 3. Well, actually, you know what? What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Don't do that. Do 2 plus 2 equals 4. There we go. Great, looks like everything's working. Not totally sure what we're working toward here, but the parts are fine. This is pretty nostalgic for me. Reminds me of the days I spent playing hooky from school. Building radios in my garage and nuclear reactors in my, well, I guess what else is a garage? Basement. Yeah, there we go. Nuclear reactors in the basement. I'm going to miss this when my module fab is running, though you probably won't. Config. The other thing I've got for you is this configuration tool. You can use it to tinker with number modules, like the one on the left. Just right-click on them. Try configuring and connecting modules so that adder outputs 4. Okay. So be it. So we'll put that as 2, and we will add 2 and 2 together. Excellent! I gotta get back to the module fab, so I'll leave you in Laszlo's hands from here. Those personality tests of his are something else. I don't know about you, but I wasn't expected to be grilled about my relationship with my mother when I applied. What? Wait, why? Is this dude trying to run Google here? You'll have a box. It has 3 lights in it. How do you know what light is out? Basically shake the box and then all 3 lights are out, and then you just replace all of them. I mean, duh. Like, so what does her relationship with her mother mean as far as having a job in okay. I don't know. It almost makes as little sense as taking her credit score. Alright, modules. You see now that Carolyn is an engineer of the highest quality. The job market was unjust to her, so many judged by education, sex, skin tone, or other petty distinctions. That is the genius of my tests. I care only for the temperature of a person's mind. I only hire Sagittarians and Aquarians. For now, would you mind very much showing me what you have done with Carolyn's parts? Place, configure, and connect modules so that adder outputs 5. Okay. Alright, Laszlo, you knucklehead. Let's give you a 5, shall we? So we're going to do 4. And we're going to do a uno. And we're going to do a adder. And kabam and kabam. Excellent. Wonderful! Alicia got in a few moments ago. Another brilliant woman, undervalued by foolish men. Incredible what talent these companies leave for us to step up. Though I suppose I should not complain too much. If the market valued you all at what you were truly worth, I would never be able to afford you, and my great dream would be dead before it even began. Ha ha! I'm paying you next to nothing. Suck it! Oh, I'm having too much fun here. Next puzzle. Memory. Oh, I'm in this game. Okay. Hey, you're Dana. Cool. I'm Alicia. Supposed to be a programmer, but you guys don't seem to have a computer to program on, so I'm working on external memory instead. I'm a programmer, but I'll just work on hardware, because, I mean, why not? It's all the same thing, right? Storage outside the machine. When you plug a number into this reader module, it'll spit out the value stored in that memory slot. You can see what's in the memory on the far right. Place, configure, and connect modules so that a reader outputs 6. Okay, well, sure. Let's go here. And memory slot 10 has the value 6, so we want to make this a 10. And kabam. All right. Glad you got everything working. Honestly, I'm not clear on what we're working toward here, but I enjoyed setting this up. Congratulations, you are now an official technology professional. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it was a lot of fun doing it. Paycheck could have been nicer though. You might not have noticed, I put a personal touch in memory. This year I got married. 1960. Important to start things off on a good note, don't you think? Yeah, I guess. 1960. Okay. I'll take your word for it. That you're not getting crap from your husband. When Laszlo ran his tests, he told me I was uncommonly thorough. He also said that I was passionate about his great dream. Odd, since he hasn't told anyone what it is yet. But he was right about the first part. I'm guessing this guy is like ready to create some kind of like Nazi war machine or something. You know, he's like, you know, like some kind of like spidery figure that's gonna come in and crush the world or something. Because whenever you're like, my boss seems really intelligent, but I really don't know what he wants all this stuff for, that's probably what it's for. So I set memory up to stress test every module. Without configuring modules, place and connect modules so an adder outputs 7. Without configuring modules, place and connect modules so an adder outputs 7. Okay, this one's a little more complex, but even without a personality test, I think I have a feel for you. It's the trickier problems that you're here for. Oh, well, thank you. State modules. Oh, I see. To read the state of memory. So they want 7, huh? 7. Okay. That's slot 3, so I'm not allowed to configure things though. But I could do. They want 7, right? So I want to get to. So basically, I want to add 5 and 2 together that are in slot 6 and 8. So I need to access slot 6 and 8, right? So I got 2 state modules, right? And 1 arithmetic. Is that what it's telling me? Let's do this one here. Let's do this one here. I might want to get rid of those, but let's just get them out on the board for a second. All right. So 3 plus 3 will give me 6. That much I understand. So then this one, we want to read the value of slot 6, which is 5. We want the value of slot 8 as well, so that would be 5. Oops, hang on. Let's get another one of these out here. So it would be 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we want to read slot 8, which is 2. And then we want to add those two things together. Trying to see if I don't get 7 here somewhere. 5, 2, yeah, okay. So 5, and then 2. There we go. Took you long enough. No, I'm sorry, I'm just joking. You finished at just the right time. Our last man finally turned up. He and Carol should be finishing the simulator right about now. Okay. Time. Now we're getting into something. Hey, sorry, I know I'm a little late, but it's fine. Check out this demo I just set up for the simulator. You can hit the blue test button at the bottom to enter the simulator. It shows how your machine runs over time, which is tracked in ticks. Some modules like latches do something once per tick, but you don't need to understand those yet. I'm not going to let you edit this anyway. Just run the sim forward until latch stores 15. You can even run the test backward and forward, or even come back later to experiment more. Cool, huh? Okay. So something says 15. Alright. There we go. Alright. Neat, isn't it? Hard to do much with just one steady state. Now that we have machines that change over time, we can get into all kinds of trouble. Seems like Laszlo hasn't told any of us what the goal of the company is. All I know is he has some serious East Coast money backing him. East Coast money? Wait, so Silicon Valley is on the West Coast. I know this because I've been to San Jose once. And I live on the East Coast, so I'm definitely not... Okay. So that's the part of this I'm kind of like questioning a little bit, because I'm like, I guess maybe back then there was more money on the East Coast than there was on the West Coast, but it's kind of different now. So I guess, all right, whatever. I don't really care what he's planning. All that matters to me is he looked like a heck of a ride. Yep, that sounds like a guy that lives in California. All right. Pretty complicated setup in that last machine, huh? Laszlo thought I'd make more sense just let you do it yourself. But I wanted to show off my version first. Here's your choice to do it simpler. Build a machine that stores 15 in a latch and test it in the simulator. Okay. Build a machine that stores 15 in a latch, huh? Okay. Sure. You want 15? I'll give you 15. So where's there's a latch here, right? So you say you want 15, you say? Alright. I'll give you a 15. How about this? Nice! I guess my version was a little more elaborate than it needed to be. But what's the fun without messing around, right? I mean, if you can't deal with someone buying a little toy mascot and repeatedly hiding it under your hiding it around your module fab, then do I hear? Ah, shoot, gotta run. Have fun with Carol. Guys on drugs. Sorry this took so long, Dana. I had some unexpected delays, but the writer modules are ready. They write at the start of every tick, kind of like latches. Instead of holding values inside, though, they take a slot number as their first input and then store the other input into that slot in external memory. Set memory slot 3 to 1 and then test to see those writers go. Okay, so basically we're writing to memory. So set memory slot to 3 and then test. Okay. We'll do this. So you want a 3? I'll give you a 3. 3 right there. We'll do a write. And he actually, they want memory slot 3 to 1. Okay, so I guess I could put another one of these here. All right, we'll say to write 1, 3. There we go. Well done, this was it, the last really basic part. Now, as you've got writers, latches, numbers, and adders, you can build all sorts of useful things. I've got to get back to work, but you ought to go chat with Laszlo. He's got a couple of things he's hoping you'll work on. Okay, puzzle select. So, now what? Rewrite, counter, increment. So, I wonder why I did all these. I guess because I can go to whichever one I want. That's why they're giving me a choice. All right, stall. Let's see what this is. I've been thinking about very simple devices. How few parts could you take to build something that sets memory slots 0 and 1 both to 1? This might be a dead end, but it seems like a fun little idea. I think I've got time to play around with it. Slots 0 and 1 to 1, huh? Okay. I guess we'll do. Put another state module out there. Oh, this is a latch. So it's only going to let me have one writer, huh? Well, that makes sense. So what I can do... I don't think I actually need this latch right now. I might need that, but let's do this first. Let's go... They want 0 and 1 to both 1, so we're going to have this as the right. And then, see, that only gave me number there, so I guess I have to do a state module. Then for it. So, so if I store, let's see, let me think here. They don't really give me, they don't give me too many other things here. If they give me an add, that would have worked. But I guess what we're gonna do, let's cut this again. Store the 1 there. Right. Do I really need to store that one there? No, I don't, you know what? I don't even really need this thing. I mean, this is just going to be like... I just need 2 of these number things, right? I mean, if we get really down to business, down to brass tacks, that's all I really need. Figure this to 0. Right? Oh, but I need to... Problem is that I need to... So I do need this in order to store the value, right? Yeah, no, this wonder if this will work that way. I wonder if I can take the stored... Yeah, that'll be 2 store on the next tick, right? So if I do memory slot and then I do 1 and then 1 and then just get rid of this guy altogether. Right? Because it's per tick, right? So I think the first tick will go off, and then let's see how this works. Let me test this and see if this works. Yeah, it did. I had a feeling that would work. Great, a little delaying device like this wouldn't be useful right now, but who knows? Maybe someday it will. Thanks for humoring me. All right. Rewrite. One last piece of work for the external memory. We need to test its durability. Really hammer it with repeated writes to the same memory slot. Without configuring modules, get memory slot 1 all the way up to 8. 8 writes should be enough to prove memory works or that it doesn't. Number 1 all the way up to 8. Okay. Well, we got an adder here, so that shouldn't be that bad. So what we'll do is we will read a reader here, and we'll put a 1 here. So 1's going to be the add end. It's also going to be the memory slots. All right. So get memory slot number 1 all the way up to 8. 8 writes should be enough. Okay, so then just take this. No. So if I want to... 1 plus 1 is 2. And I want to store that in there. So what I need is a write here. So memory slot 1, I want to write this sum. And I want this value here. Whoop, this value here to go there. Right, and then that will get it up to 8 eventually. Yeah, that's why I was figuring, because this will be... Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's see if this works. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Nothing melted down, so we're done working with memory. Plus, the mainframe's come in, so I can finally start programming, the job I came here to do. You know, there's not a lot of places I get respect. They say programming, that's unskilled. Women's work. Zerocom's different. Lazlo's made a place where I can work and feel like a human being. So whatever he's planning, I'll pay him and you back with the best programming I got in me. Interestingly enough, programming was originally considered an unskilled thing that was, you know, there used to be a lot of women in programming back in the day, and then its composition of that changed. Counter. This device, I think, will be a cornerstone of what we do at Zerocom. It should set memory slot 0 to 0, 1 to 1, and so on. Alicia has set up a memory to display the correct output. Just select View Memory Goal in the bottom right to see it, or mouse over values in memory. Once this is done, I think I will finally be able to explain Zerocom's purpose. This is the last piece we need. Alright, so they want goal 0, 1, 2, 3, basically be the same as the numbered slots. Okay. So we do pretty much what we did before. Do 1 here. We're gonna need an adder. So do that. 1 plus whatever we read from slot 0. No, we don't read from slot 0. We need to yeah, we need to... gonna take a couple steps, I think. Am I right? Is it gonna take a couple steps? Is it gonna be 0, 0, and then 0 and then 1 and then what is this? New memory goal. Okay, 0 and then, so I gotta start off at 0. And that's the memory slot I have to start off at 2. So 0 and then add 1 to it. Okay, I get it. I know what I gotta do. Just gotta go here. Put this guy up there and do 0 for him. You're gonna be, whoops, you're gonna be a memory slot and right. So you're gonna be the memory slot of 0. You wanna write 0. I need you to write 0. Actually, I wonder if I can put negative numbers on here. Can I do? Yeah, I can do negative numbers. Let's do this. Let's do -1. I got a plan here. Let's do -1. Let's get rid of this guy. Actually, I do need that guy. Yeah, let's put you back in here. So you're gonna be, I'm gonna always be adding 1 and this, so that gives me 0, which is the memory slot and what should be written. I believe that will work. So let's see here. No, that's not working. All right, hang on a second. Because I need to read from the slots previous. Right, because that's always going to be, because this is just a static number at this point, so that makes sense. I feel like I'm on the right path here, but I'm just in the wrong ballpark, because I need to, this sum needs to be this guy. So, or I need to read slot 0. I need to read the slot previous. I can do that. I have a latch though, so that's not going to work. But that will, the latch will give me a place to store stuff. So it's storing 0 already. So, actually, this is the correct way to do it. All right, so we put this guy here. We have him come down there, right? And this guy goes up here, and then this guy comes down to both the memory slot and the right slot. That looks like the correct thing. Indeed, there it goes. Now that you've built this data, I am convinced you're the one who will build my dream. ZeroCom was founded to create a computer, not a room-sized monster, but one small enough for the home, cheap enough for every family to own. Damn it, it is freaking Bill Gates. God damn you, Bill Gates. Our mini computer could change the world, put all human knowledge at every man's fingertips, level society, abolish inequality, render work a luxury. Is that not worth working for? Work a luxury. That'll be the day. All right, puzzle select. Spares. We got spares and increment. Let's do spares first. This is purple stars, so I assume that means it's harder. Carol has given me some good news and some bad news. The good news is that she has a new part ready, the subtractor module. I don't know why I was the subcontractor module. The bad news is that she's having trouble keeping up with your use of adder and number modules. I wonder if we can substitute those parts away. Do you think we can build a machine that doubles the value in memory slot 0 without them? Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. So you want to double the... You want to double 43, eh? You want to double 43, and you want to use only subtraction to do it. Well, let's think here. We're going to need a writer, obviously. We're going to need a reader. I think we'll need a latch. And let's bring this subtractor out. Okay. So, actually this is pretty easy. It's pretty easy because this guy starts out with 0, right? So what we do is we say 0 goes into there. And then let's see here. 0's in there. Do I have another? Nope, I don't. Okay, 0 goes into there. And it should also... Actually, let's move this around a little bit. It should also be the memory slot that we use. See, the problem is it's going to mess up my memory slot here. That's what's going to happen. Can I configure? No. I don't need. I only need one tick. This should work in one. This should work in no. Is it going to work in one tick? There's no way this is going to work in one tick, is there? Okay, hang on a second. So think about this for a minute. I was going to do 43 minus 0, which will give me 43 back, but I need to get to 86. So how would I get to 86 without like a multiplication or something? This is an interesting one. And they don't have any bit shifting. And they had bit shifting, we'd get there easily. I just shifted to the right 1, and that would multiply it by 2. To the right? To the... Oh god, is it the right or the left? To the right. You would shift it to the right 1. And that would effectively multiply it by 2. So... we know we gotta read from memory slot 0. Okay, I'm gonna read that. Wait a minute. Memory slot 0. That's the writer. Hang on. I want to read from memory slot 0. So that gives us 43. And I gotta write to memory slot 0. Let's think here. So what I need to do... So it's already got 0 there, right? I need to subtract. I need to subtract from. What I kind of need 0 here and then 43 here. And that would give me a negative 43. And then the difference between negative 43 and positive 43 should be 86. If I could figure out how to do that. think? So how would I represent that? It would be so So if I store the result of the subtraction, I'm wondering if it will, because they don't give me like an absolute value here. Like if I could multiply, I could multiply by -1. But I'm wondering if they don't see, I would imagine it would be negative though. Like it's going to come out negative, right? So if I do this, the difference is 43. But if I do this, and then this, we get -43. -43, and then if I, yeah, that's not really gonna work though, right? Because I need to get, if I do that and then I store -43 here, then the next tick, this will be -43. But this is going to still be, the problem is that's going to change my memory slot here, which is really, really a big deal. Oh, this one is a puzzle, isn't it? I need to. If I did -43. Yeah, it's not going to work that way. Because the problem is when I go and test this, it's going to be the wrong memory slot there. It's like I got -43, but then I don't have a 0 anymore. Right? So that's the problem. Oh, hang on. That's wrong. Hit the wrong thing. So I've got a theory here. I don't really need to store anything in the latch. All I really need the latch for is the 0, since the only thing that can give me is 0. So I'm going to kind of move this guy over here and not store anything in him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I was doing before. Let's take this guy here and this guy here. It gives me -43. If I do another subtraction, right, but this time I take this value and then this value. Oops, that's wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Let's do this value and then this value. No, actually, I don't even need that one. I need this guy. 43 minus 43, 86. That's really strange. It should really, well, okay, so it's giving me a positive difference, which is not, it's not really subtracting per se. It's just giving you the difference between two things. That's why I'm getting a little, that's what was a little bit confusing about it. So basically this is everything that we need then. And we just write that to 0 there. And that was all the modules and stuff. So that was kind of a weird way of looking at it. Like it's basically saying it's doing an absolute value of the number automatically for you, which I didn't know if it would do or not. Now I know that it does that. But basically it's saying negative 43 on the number line is 86 away from positive 43 on a number line, because it's you're going 43 negative and then 43 positive. That gives you 86. It's like multiplying by 2. That was I kind of thought that that's what they were going for, but I wasn't sure how the absolute value thing, if that would do the absolute value or if it would give me a negative number out of there, because technically speaking, well, no, actually no, 43 minus negative 43 would be 86, positive 86. So I guess it's not. I guess I just need to go back to school, because that is the correct subtraction. All right. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it, because 2 negatives equal a positive, so yeah. All right, no, okay, everything was correct then. Sure. All right, great. Sorry for butting in, but Lazo told me you were doing, and I had to take a look. Quite a thing you've cobbled together, huh? The fan, the weirder design, the better, as long as it works. Okay. And then we got increment and validation. Validation looks like the next... I guess the... that's just saying that it's easy, huh? Oh, okay, whatever. Increment. Here's the first application of your counter, a device that goes through memory starting at slot 0 and sets each slot to the original value plus 1. This design has industrial applications. It should be enough to provide some revenue, which sadly we need if Zero is to fulfill its purpose. This will be the most complex machine you've made yet, but I chose you for this group for a reason, Dana. I'm excited to see what you make. Alright, so then you want everything to be incremented by 1. Every slot to be incremented by 1. Alright. If you insist. So let's get our write module here. Let's get our read module. And get a number and an adder. Alright. So everything is plus 1. I also need to grab the memory slot. I guess that's why they gave me a latch here. So do that. So I'm gonna need more than just this, I think. Unless I can somehow link these two together. But this guy is gonna come over here. This guy's gotta read this way, so this is gonna be in line like this. So memory slot 0 gives me a memory value of 1. Put these guys over here. And then I need to increment this guy over and over and over again. So I'm gonna need... This guy can stay there, but I need another adder module right here. Here we go there. Yeah, and then you're gonna go there, and you're gonna store that. So that'll tell me. So this will be incrementing my slot number. And then the value from that, I just come down here and put it in there. It gives me the sum. And then I gotta write that to the correct memory slot, which should be whatever this memory slot is set to. So there we go. And then write this value. Excellent. That should do it. Indeed. It is running through quite nicely. Alright. If Zerocom is to advance mankind, we must act as a business, otherwise we will go bust. But I do not have much of a head for money. I have been talking to a businessman named Jack. Oh boy, don't let Apple get in on it. He agreed to join us if we had a real product, like this incrementer. I think you'll meet him very soon, Dana. I'm very excited for where we can go from here. I'm glad you're excited. Let's look at validation. Yo, I've been working on a validation system and I want you to break it. Look right, you'll see test at the top of memory. You can use the arrows there to switch which test you're looking at. In each test you can mouse over values or use the bottom right button to view the goal. Enter the sim and you might see a validation screen flash by. That's us running tests. We run every test every time. and show you the first one your machine doesn't succeed at. Build a machine that beats the first 2 tests, but not the third. Okay, so this is basically... The goal is 2. The goal is 4. And the goal is 12. So that one is the one that they don't want us to meet. Okay. So... Basically, it's just take whatever's in memory and add 1 to it is what it looks like. Alright, so... State modules. We shall read. We shall write. We shall read from slot 1. Right, I just want to add 1, right? So then we get our adder in here. So you're gonna, whoop. Let's bring you over here so we can see what we're doing. You're gonna add that in there. You're gonna add it to this value. And we're gonna write to that memory slot that value. And this should work. Wait a minute. Limit 1. What are currently deployed tests for this machine? Test automatically runs all 3 tests. If your machine fails to test, that test is displayed. The goal was 4. Oh, duh. I see what's going on. Never mind. We need to do this by itself. There we go. Whoops. Whoopsie. Alright, test that puppy. And there we go. So all of them passed except for the third one, which is what he wanted, I think. So let's run. There we go. Hey, I know I might have made a bad impression earlier. I already said sorry to Carol for all the messing around, but I thought I should say something to you. To me, most work, intellectual work, is pretty easy. It sounds nice, but it gets boring fast. And it's barely even gets me out of my parents' basement. It's pretty easy. It sounds nice, but it gets boring fast. Sometimes boring enough that I start causing trouble. That's why I'm here, though. If there's anywhere I can find real challenges at Zerocom, I'm trying to keep up with you and the others. Fred. Okay. So then, that is beginnings. How do I go to the next thing? Just say look down. Start simple, look down. How do I get to the next screen? Oh, here it is. Down here. Wow, that is not obvious. Unobvious button is unobvious. Okay. So, board 2 to CPU. You're currently viewing this board. Oh, I see. So, palette. Hey, Laszlo said something to me earlier that gave me an idea for this. The palette. It lets you save groups of modules between puzzles and place them elsewhere. I've gone back and enabled the palette for every puzzle that you can place modules in, including ones you've already finished. You can only use the palette to place the module types that are available in a given puzzle, but you can save anything in it. Right here, you can only place modules through the palette. See if you can use that to recreate the counter machine here. You know, set memory slot to 0 to 0, 1 to 1, and so on. Okay, so... the palette. Okay. Click, place group 1 consisting of right. Okay. That's not okay. Huh. Module arithmetic module. So can only place modules through the palette. Oh, I think I see what they're saying here. So if I add something to the palette, okay. So they want an incrementer, right? So add a group, drag select modules, and main editing payment for reopening this palette category. Okay, so select that, and Okay, I think they want me to select things from another test. Let's see what that. Can I go back here to the, what was it, the incrementer? Okay. Was this the one? No, this is not the right one. It was counter, maybe? Yeah, once this is done, so if I select all these and I go palette, so that's a counter. All right, so then I come back here and I go to this one and then say palette. Can I just get rid of this guy? So I already got a writer. Writers are not available to place in this puzzle. Okay. So I could do this, right? And then just use the stored thing and what to write to it, right? I think that's how I did it. Yeah, that's how I did it. Okay. So I see what they're going for. Hey there, I'm your new best friend. Name's Jack. Zerocom's finances aren't looking too hot, so Laszlo brought me on to get them moving in the right direction. Just in time, too. You've been spending so fast. You've only got a few months left. Luckily, making money fast happens to be my specialty. You and I are going to work just great together, Dana. Jack. Okay. So I see what they're going for here with that, but the way they've got the UI set up is a little bit wonky with the palette thing there. I see where you know, it's nice to be able to make modules like that, but having to jump back and forth and not know which one has got what you're looking for that's not the greatest way to go about doing that. Let's try, what is this one? Hard alternator? Let's try it. You met Jack yet? Nice guy, right? So polite, so charming. I despise him. Jesus. He wandered in just now and told me to work on this machine that starts at slot 0, sets even memory slots to 1 and odds to 0. I told him I don't know the first thing about the circuits, but he'd already left. If you want this, it's all yours. Okay, so... even memory slots are true, odds are false. Okay, basically is what it's saying there. So... when we go to, let's think here. So I need an increment. Let's go through memory. So we got this guy, right? Which will loop through memory for me, right? Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, that'll loop through the memory slots, which is what I want. So I've got that at least. I've at least got this. So this can kind of move around here a little bit. Now let's put the stored down into the memory slot. All right, and then we want to write... so that's the memory slot. So then if the slot is 0... so if it's even, we set it to 1. If it's odd, we set it to 0. I assume they gave me something here. Alright, so let's get a 0 on this guy. So if it's even... okay, so the memory slot... So I'm guessing, and I assume this one's going to be 1, right? Yeah. Because usually 0 is considered even. Well, this shouldn't be that bad, right? Because it's just I gotta keep flip-flopping the number. And how do I do that? It's going to take a little bit of thought. Let's put a... So it's looping over, right? And I really just have to alternate between 0 and 1 as my writing thing. Unfortunately, I don't have an alternate way here, or way to alternate between them. Or do they? So if I do subtract here, I have to put the memory slot in as the one guy, and then this guy is the other guy. That's 0. And that'd be 1. Minus 0 is 1. Yeah, see, it's gotta flip between the two though, which is the weird part. Oh, but wait a minute. Let's think about this logically. All I really need is another number that's just one below what I've got. Right, so it's like... So we start out at 0, which means we write 0. Or I'm sorry, we write 1. Right, so we start... So we'd write 1. Which is the opposite of what I have here, but let's think about this. Can't really use this section for what I want, because that's my increment for the memory slot. What I need is I need another incrementer. I know what I need. I think I know what I need. Do I no? Does that work? Yeah, this gotta go. This gotta go first, and then we gotta do an adder here. I think I know what I have to do. I think I know what I have to do. So I have to do... Start this guy off at 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, and that would get written. This would be 1. No. No, I need what I need is a counter that's in lockstep with the other counter, but 1 less. And then I can subtract them out, and then we've got what we need, except for the first slot. That's the only caveat to that. Or I need something that will... Basically what I need is something that will constantly flip between 0 and 1 in a pattern that's offset from what's there. Alright, I think I know what to do here. So this guy is just going to be, as we said before, actually I need to fix him. He's got to go back to 1 again. Right. So this guy's just going to be our memory incrementer like he was. This guy here is going to be the guy that actually writes the values. So what I want to do is say 1 here and put 0 here, right? Actually, no, I got to do it the other way around. There we go. 1 here and 0 there. Right. And then I gotta store that, I think, right? Store. Okay, let's store that, and then I can also send that off this way, right? Yeah, because then this, what'll happen here is, so this will be 1 first time through, but that's what we want to write here is 1. Okay, and then this guy will move over the next tick to 1 here. There'll be 2 1s in here. Right, so he'll move over to 1. That'll be 1 minus 1, which will be 0, which will get stored there. Right, and then it will be minus 1. Yeah, this one's, I don't think this one's gonna work either, but let's 0 1, because I'm trying to flip these guys between 0 1 0 or 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 all the way down. I don't think this is gonna work just yet. Let's do a quick test here. I don't think this is gonna work. It'll work for the first one. So then that's 1 minus 1 is 0. Right, and then 0 minus 1 is 1. Oh, I guess this does work. Alright. Wow, that took a lot longer than it really should have. That took a lot longer than it should have. Thanks, God only knows what this machine is good for, but now it's done, and that should make Jack happy. I'm still annoyed at him for earlier how he did not have the faintest idea what my job is. Maybe he's too focused on his big money-making plans. I really, truly do not like that man. So, the ideal was 6 modules. I did it in 7. Actually, let's go back there again. Where can well, I can remove this guy, right? So then, just make this guy here from down there. Then that should be the 6 that they want, right? So, basically what's going on here is this guy's just flipping between 0 and 1 because of the way that this subtraction's happening. And that's what I need. And I wanted to start out with 1 because this is even. And then the odd ones are all being 0. Right, so that should still work. Yeah. There we go. And then that should count as the minimum number of modules that we needed. Yep, ideal was 6. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Man, that took a lot longer than it should have. That took a lot longer than it should have, honestly. Let's do deref and instructions real fast. I took a little peek at them. 3s is another one. Oof. I took a little peek at these. I think we can knock these out real fast. Let's go deref. I'm going to meet our investors soon. They make me somewhat nervous, and I would like to have something to show them. Can you replace each slot that contains the location of another slot with the value held in that other slot? It will probably be helpful to mouse over memory for examples. Readers produce dash when reading from empty slots. In the spirit of scientific curiosity, I would recommend experimenting with dash to see what modules do with it. Okay. So, goal is 30. And wait, what's the goal for these? 30, -1, 20, -1, 30. 10, -1, 21, 30. So those are, so -1 stays the same. 20 stays the same, but memory slot 3 gets a -1. And memory slot 0 gets what's in memory slot 10. At least for that one. And then there's like 100 different tests here. That's really weird. Okay, let me read this again. Maybe this isn't as straightforward as I thought. And I would like to have something. Can you replace each slot that contains the location of another slot with the value held in that other slot? Oh, I see. So this is the location of the next slot to replace it with. If there's a -1, then there's nothing there. When reading from empty slots, see what modules do with it. Okay. Alright, so we need to read and we need to write. And we'll need a latch in here too, I imagine. Okay, so first things first, we'll start with start with the 0th memory slot. Yeah, we'll need this actually to 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 10, huh? So there's a lot of empties in there. Huh. Okay, we'll have to see how this works out. So really I need, let's get rid of this for a second. I need this incrementer again. Alright, we can get rid of this. I still need the reader though. Let's get this over here. So this will increment over however many slots we have. So that's just easy to keep using. What I need to do is actually, I don't need to write to it. Well, I do need to write to it eventually. I need to read from it though. So read from memory slot there, which says 10, which says read from memory slot 10 then, right? So we got this guy. This will increment over the memory slot, so that's 10. So what is it saying? Replace each slot that contains the location of another slot with the value held in that other slot. Okay, so then once we get this, we have to do another reader. Right? Comes out of this guy. Puts him in there. And then this guy then writes to that memory slot. So that should be the correct way to do things there. And then this guy will increment. But we'll have to see what happens when negatives come in there. We'll see what it does. So let's test. And we'll go like this. That's the 30. -1. Slot 3. Okay. Alright, well that worked. I kind of figured they would make it a slightly easier one for this one. Good. Sorry for my distraction. The investors have given us a very great deal of money, and I worry soon they'll begin asking for it back. That's why I've hired Jack for. He certainly seems like a sharp man. With you working together, Zerocom will surely never have to worry about money. Yep. Okay, so that was deref, and then we got zeros and then instructions. What's this one? Shh! Be very quiet. I don't want Jack to hear us working on this. We're trying to build a machine that can execute instructions. Execute instructions, you read them from memory and then do what they tell you. Right here, you should decode and execute the 0 mem instruction in each slot. You can mouse over instructions in memory for more info. Okay, 0 memory. Set memory slot number 74 to value 0. Ooh. So they got us into like opcodes and instructions here? Ooh. Alright, well this game is getting even more interesting now, isn't it? Control modules. Instruction decoder takes an instruction and outputs its component parts. Okay. So then what? Execute instructions. Read them from memory and then do what they tell you. Okay. So then really just do this, right? And then we'll grab our incrementer to read from that memory slot. Let's get rid of the right there. And actually this is a writer. I don't want a writer. I want a reader. Right here. So you come to that, and then you go here. Destination 74, okay. Decode and execute each slot. Okay. Set memory slot 74 to value 0. E9 to slot value 0. 0, 0. Okay. So then this tells me what my destination should be. So then my writer, I'm just writing 0 to these things. So I can just put this guy here, All right, I'll take the destination as the memory slot. And then we'll just do a flat 0 here. Like that. All right, let's see how this works. There it is. Okay, not too shabby. Man, that's really cool. They got like instructions now. Ooh, this is getting good. Awesome. Okay, I guess I should explain what's up. We're going public in a couple months. Zerocom's going on to the stock market. We need to have a product by then. Jack thinks we could sell generic widgets. There's already plenty of widget companies out there. We need to make something new, something big. Oops, too loud. Gotta go. All right. Wow. This is actually really getting good. Looks like there's going to be a lot of puzzles here. I could continue on for quite a bit here, and I think I might. I was not planning on having yet another Let's Play series, but this one's grabbed me. This one has got me. I really want to see where they go with it, because it looks like as we're getting along here, they're starting to slowly introduce even more things. You know, normally by this point, a lot of the other programming puzzle games that I've come upon have already blown their wad and shown me all that they offer. This one looks like it's taking the slower route, and I'm liking the cut of its jib here, man. Oh, this is good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, my friends. This has been Silicon Zeros. It is by Pleasing Funkus Games. It is fully released out on Steam at 10% off right now at $13.49 US, and I may do more of a playthrough of this. Honestly, I don't know where I'm going to do it. I might just do it on stream and then put the episodes up, because this has really got me. I could spend hours doing this. Honestly, really could. Okay, yeah, I'm struggling to pull myself away here, but that's it for me for right now. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.